Welcome to our video on Payroll Setup. Before setting up payroll, go to General Ledger, Chart of Accounts, and verify that all necessary salary expense accounts and liability accounts have been created. Then go to Payroll Setup. There are 4 buttons across the top: Employees, Benefit Types, Deduction Types, and Tax Types. Notice the use of ER and EE, which stand for Employer and Employee. You will see these abbreviations throughout the payroll module and reports. It is highly recommended to set up the benefits, deductions, and tax type screens before adding employees. You can add them later, but having these set up beforehand will make the employee setup process more seamless. Let's start with the benefits. A benefit is something offered by the employer in addition to the compensation. The system has 3 default benefits for O3B, health insurance, and HSA. To add additional benefits, click Add Benefit Type at the top. Once the new line item is populated, enter the benefit name and assign the appropriate liability account and W-2 code if needed. If you are unsure about the W-2 codes needed for the benefit, please contact your accountant or the company offering the benefits for additional information. There is also a link to the IRS website at the top of the window. Click More information on W-2 Box 12 codes. Once all employer benefits have been added, click the Close button at the bottom. This will bring you back to the main payroll setup screen. Next, enter the deduction types. These are the items that the employee opts to have deducted from their compensation. To add additional deductions, click Add Deduction Type. Once you've added all the deductions, click Close. The last is tax types. Default tax accounts will populate based on the zip code that is listed under Setup Information. If additional tax types are needed, click Add Tax Type. Select the appropriate liability account. Click Close. The system is now ready to add employees. Click the orange button. Several fields are available. However, only fields with asterisks are required. You can always return to this screen and complete the remaining details later. After clicking Save, the link to move to the compensation window will appear. Select how often the employee is paid and click Add Compensation. If the employee has multiple jobs and different pay rates, you can change the name of the compensation to provide more detail. Select the type of pay. Is this income a reimbursement or a Box 12 or 14 reimbursement? Is this position salary, hourly, or is this a one-time payment? If they are hourly, the default hours and the pay rate can be listed. If they are a salaried employee, the annual amount or the per pay period amount can be listed. Select the Fund and Expense account. When you are finished, click Go to Benefits. The benefits we created on the Setup page will be listed under Available. Check the benefits this employee will receive. Once they are checked, they will move to the Applied section. Enter the dollar amount or percentage that this benefit will cost the organization based on the pay frequency for this employee. Select the Fund and Expense account. When you are finished, click Go to Deductions and complete the process for any deductions the employee will have taken out of their paycheck. Click Go to Taxes. At the top of the window, enter the employee's filing status. Pay that was entered on the compensation screen will be listed as a column with check boxes underneath. Check all the boxes that the employee is required to pay. Make sure to apply the employer taxes at the bottom and select the expense account for these. After the boxes have been checked, click the link under Configuration. This will open a new window at the bottom, allowing you to enter W-4 information and add any additional withholding requested by the employee. The information entered for the federal and state tax should be based on the employee's W-4 form. We use taxtable.org to calculate taxes based on the information entered here. If you would rather calculate these taxes yourself, check Manual Tax Calculations and enter the tax percent. When you've finished configuring and applying taxes to all compensation items, click Close at the bottom of the window. Once you have finished entering your employees, the Payroll Setup window will provide an overview of their pay. You can click on any of the numbers to quickly go to the corresponding window to review or make changes. The Position column has a briefcase icon. You can click on this to open a new window to add positions, start date, end date, reason for leaving, and notes. You can add as many positions for the employee as needed. Click on the pencil icon to edit employee personal information. Payment method and pay frequency fields can be edited by clicking into the drop-down menus and selecting the desired option. If you have entered credentials for processing direct deposit with CodaPay, their name will be displayed in the drop-down menu as a third option. Changing an employee's pay frequency will automatically update all of their compensation types to match the selected frequency. To customize the menu, click on the gear icon. Once the window opens, click to add or remove columns. If everything looks correct, you are ready to move to the Pay Employees window. Thanks for watching.